Hey y'all, so I just got through filming. I'm on the tail end of work. I'm multitasking and I was getting ready to film this video. I was gonna do it sit down style. But y'all, I still have a lot to do and not a lot of day to do it in. So can we just do this vlog style? Okay. So this video is going to be about my, hold on. Y'all, I'm still out of shape and that is a shame, okay? Them stairs is no joke. But so at the top of the year, I did a wish list and it was mainly fragrances. I had a few fashion items that I wanted, but had a list to keep track of the things that I wanted. So truth be told, I only checked in on this list maybe twice at most, okay? I subconsciously kind of remembered what I had written down, and as the year progressed, I picked up a few things. If you guys remember, I was being very extra, okay? And I wrote it on this handy dandy scroll. So we're gonna go through this list. Should I read off the things that I had on here? I'm gonna be quick about it, all right? Because I don't wanna spend all day on this. But from Roja Parfums, I wanted Sweetie IU Creation E, Oriana from PDM, Oud Orange Intense, Oud Jaune Intense, Santal Complete, and New York Avenue from Fragrance Du Bois, Tahoda from Indult, SDV from Guerlain, BDK's Creme de Cure or Tobacco Rose, and Tobacco Rose, Santal Austral from Matière Premiere, Byredo's Flowerhead and La Tulipe, Honor Woman or Dia from Amouage, Armani Privé's Myrrh Imperial. Then we have Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio, and then we have a Rhapsody from Louis Vuitton. And then I have a few fashion items on here that we'll touch on that here in a little bit later. But I want to go through the fragrances that I was able to check off this list. So here we go. All right, y'all. So here's the tray of fragrances that were on my wish list for 2022. So let's go ahead and start here because this was one of the first fragrances this year that I did pick up, and this is just an absolute love for me. I talk about this all the time. I'm not going to talk your ears off anymore because I've talked them both off to death. I realize that, so we'll move on. And then I picked up Santal Complete here shortly after. So I just got through talking about this one as well. You guys should see that in the video before. Am I going to post that one first? Yep. You should see me talk about this one in the video before this one, so you guys know my qualms with this scent, but it is a beautiful sandalwood fragrance. So then we have Flowerhead from Byredo. Now, I bought this for my sister last year and she killed that bottle, but I knew I wanted to get one for myself, so love this one. This is a fresh tuberose scent. Then we have Creme de Cure from BDK. Absolutely love this scent. This has some suede. It's got some pineapple in it. Y'all, this is absolutely beautiful. Got a nice little dent for the length of time that I've had it, but I really enjoy that. This is Miss Oriana. I don't really have to say too much about her. Y'all know how much I love and adore Miss Ma'am here. Then we have Santal Austral from Matière Premiere. This is a gorgeous, creamy sandalwood scent, y'all. This gives pure cozy vibes, luxurious cozy vibes. Love, love, love this one. And then we have Oud Orange Intense. Okay, so this one's an interesting one because when I initially got it, it was a love for me, y'all. But the last couple of times that I've worn this, it has turned weird on my skin, and I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure if it's because of maybe the weather change, but it has reduced itself from a love to back to a like. I do still like it, but I don't love it like how I used to. But I need to wear it again once the season comes back. Maybe I should spray it for this wintertime and see if it acts differently in the wintertime, but there's something about this that has changed for me, so it's a toss-up on that one. Then we have this beautiful tuberose scent. Absolutely love this one. So on my list, I had Dia or Honor Woman, but I scrapped both of those two and I decided to get Love Tuberose. I was actually on my way to pick up Honor Woman, And as I was standing there just sniffing the rest as he was going to grab the bottle, I sniffed this one. I said, hold up, wait a minute, put the box down. I think I have something that I want instead. And I don't regret it one bit. This is a gorgeous, dreamy, creamy tuberose. Absolutely love that scent. Then we have, okay, Miss Ma'am, let's move you to the side, you superstar, you. Last but not least, we have this obnoxious yet gorgeous bottle from Louis Vuitton. This is Rhapsody. Now, I absolutely love this scent, y'all. And I'm sorry, the lighting is terrible up here, but I'm hoping that you guys can see this, get a good view of this bottle. So I got this for my birthday. My birthday is in February, and this was a gift, and it was an unexpected gift because this is an expensive bottle, but I absolutely love this scent. I love a couple of others from this range from Louis Vuitton. So there's Symphony that I absolutely love as well. And then there's, I believe, Cosmic Cloud. So glad that I was gifted this, and I want to use it sparingly because this, again, it's just expensive. And don't nobody want to turn around and buy this like quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, I want to make sure that I get my use out of it, but I also want to use it sparingly so I can, you know, savor the flavor for as long as possible, because that's a lot of coins to drop for Louis Vuitton. It's ridiculously expensive, y'all. So really happy I was gifted that. But overall, I was able to come up with 9 out of, I want to say I had like 14 or 15 fragrances on that list that I wanted for 2022. Now, you guys know, of course, these are not the only fragrances that I picked up this year, but from what I wrote down, the 15 that I wrote down, 9 of them came to fruition for this year. So that is a pretty good ratio, and I am ecstatic about it. All right, y'all, so I had to bring y'all back downstairs because the lighting upstairs is terrible unless I use like my LED lamps, which I didn't feel like pulling back out. And then the lighting in my house is just terrible all around, so I need to get that checked out next year as well as part of my list. But I wanted to share the last few items on my list that I had for this year. So the first 2 were clothing items from Hanifa. There was a dress and a jumpsuit. So if I still have those pictures, I will pop it up on screen so you guys can see. The dress, I was not 100% sure if I wanted to spend the coin to get it. And so once it finally came back in stock, I was still slow to move. And I think that was my revealing moment to just go ahead and just not even stress about it, because when it finally came, I was stalking this dress. But once it finally came back in stock, I kind of didn't want it anymore. So I waited it out. I played the waiting game, and I realized I was lusting over it more than I loved it. So that was a pass that I was okay with. And with the jumpsuit, I think I wanted that a little bit more because it was different to me. But I don't know what happened there with the jumpsuit. I don't know if it just never came back in stock or what. But once I stopped watching for the dress, the jumpsuit kind of followed suit, and that one fell to the wayside. So needless to say, I didn't get either one of those, and I'm actually okay with it. Then I wanted some VCA jewelry. I wanted the Alhambra necklace and bracelet. I know this is kind of a cliche it girl type of combo in 2022, but I truly do love Van Cleef fine jewelry, and so those 2 pieces I would eventually like to get. So most likely I'll transition these 2 to my 2023 wish list. And then the last 2 items on my list were bags, okay? So if you remember, I did a video earlier this year. I did a birthday haul. And y'all, I'm not sitting trying to cover up clothes. I do have clothes on my bed that I need to put away. It is what it is. But I did a video, I did a birthday haul video, 2 parts to it. And I shared the things that I was gifted as well as the things that I bought for myself. So one of the things on my list to get was this Fendi bag. And y'all, I am in love, okay? So I was so eager to get into more color. One thing that I've realized about myself that I didn't know that I was so much of is that I am a neutral girl for real. I enjoy my blacks, my whites, my grays. my neutrals heavy. I have all of those colors in heavy rotation, okay? But I needed more color, and so I wanted more fun bags this year, and this definitely fit the bill. So this is the best of both worlds, actually, because this has a neutral base with this light cognac type of color with all these beautiful colors of the FF imprinting on the bag. So this I didn't realize until I was on the hunt for it, but this was part of a collaboration with Skims and Fendi. So that's part of the reason why it was sold out so quickly, because they only made a limited few. But once this did come back in stock, I was able to snatch up one of the last few available. And y'all, I was so ecstatic about it. So if you didn't see that video, catch that video when I unboxed this. My heart was filled with so much joy. I am going to wear this bag out every spring and summer. So don't be surprised when you see this, okay? Don't be surprised. But this was worth it to me. I don't regret this purchase one bit. Worth every last cent, okay? So the other bag that I had on my wish list was this. It was kind of like a turquoise / green colored cocoa handle bag from Chanel. And I will pop up a picture of that so you can see as well. I absolutely love the color of that bag, and I love the bag just in general. So I do have this bag in black. Should I go get it? No, I'm not gonna get it, but I have this bag in black, and I absolutely love that bag. And so I wanted to see if I could potentially get the same bag in this turquoise / green color. So needless to say, I didn't get it. They don't make a whole bunch of those. You know, you have to wait every couple years for the colorway to come back, and I just felt like that was a perfect combination. Again, it was a color that I was going to introduce to my collection, but it just didn't happen for me with that bag. However, my SA did circle back a couple months later and told me about another bag that he had in stock, and he wanted to see if I would be interested in it. So send me a picture of the bag. I said, she's cute, but let me see it in person. So I did go and see it in person, and she came home with me. And so this is I don't know if you guys can see the true color. It's a bubblegum pink, but it has like a lavender undertone. It's very pretty. I think it's prettier in person than it is showing up on, there it is. This is the true color of it. Okay, it just went away. This is the true color. So it's pretty in person than it's showing up on camera. Let me just say that. But I absolutely enjoy this bag. This is a super fun bag. The capacity of this is not the greatest, I will say that. But I'm not wearing this bag to hold a bunch of things anyway. So yeah. I talked about this bag in one of my vlogs where I felt like I didn't want to share it because I don't ever want to come on here being braggadocious, if you will. Like, there's luxury items is a sensitive topic, and while I enjoy luxuries, I also recognize and realize the climate that we are in, and we're in a full-on recession. So who wants to come on and talk about high dollar purses when we're in the middle of a recession? So granted, earlier in the year we weren't in a recession, but that's where we are now. But y'all, I think too much, okay? I'm just gonna share what I wanna share with the people who wanna listen, and so that's where we're at right now. So this was the bag that I was able to get from Chanel this year. I do love it. It's in a beautiful pink color. So I'm really glad to add this to my collection. Now, do I have any more Chanel bags that I want on to add to my collection? Eventually, but I'm not in a rush. Like, I'm not that girl who has to have the latest and greatest Chanel bags. I am definitely a Chanel girl, don't get me wrong. But I am not that girl that just has to have the latest and greatest. I do want another cocoa handle in the smaller size. So let me back up. So the cocoa handle, the picture of the cocoa handle that I showed you was in the medium size. I am glad that I did not get that bag because that is the only size that they offered in that color. I want the size down from that because I am into smaller bags, so I would like the size smaller. Hold on. All right, so I can show you better than I can tell you. So this is the black bag, black cocoa handle that I have. And so the turquoise green color, this is the only size that they offered it in. I want the size down from this. And so Chanel sizing is kind of funky because they call it a different size than what the consumers call it. So Chanel calls this the size medium, the consumers calls this the size small. So the size down from this, the consumers call it the size mini. Chanel calls it the size small. So either way, it ended up working out for me because if I would have gotten that turquoise green bag, it would have been this size, and I don't want two bags in this size. I want the size smaller. I said all that to say, yes, I would eventually like another bag like this, just smaller, period. Done. Okay, y'all, so in closing, I do want to share that I plan on doing another wish list for 2023, but it's not going to be a bunch of fragrances. It's not going to be a bunch of materialistic things. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy nice things, but that's not everything to me. I value experiences and people more than I do things. And so one of my biggest goals for 2023 is to get back to traveling, y'all. I love traveling. So if I can go to a beautiful country and share that experience with someone or my friends, that is definitely what I would opt for more than a Chanel bag, okay? So my list for 2023 is going to be filled with opportunities, experiences that I would like to accomplish for 2023. Very little fragrances and very little materialistic things, because things are nice, but things are not everything, okay? Memories last longer than things, so just remember that. But I say all of that to say that this is your sign for you to write down the things that you desire, write down the things that you want for yourself, for your family, for your friends. Write it down. There is power in the tongue, yes, but the multitude of what you write down and what you speak is so powerful, y'all. So I'm encouraging you to get your 2023 started on a good foot by writing down your things. And this is a rendition of doing what do you call those? Vision board parties. I like that. So you can picture what you want for yourself. I believe in that. I've done that as well. But writing things down, word for word, letter for letter, of exactly what you want, I think is just the most powerful thing that you can do, okay? So thank you guys for coming along with me on this EveMas week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share and give some insight on what I was able to bring to fruition for this year, and I hope to do increasingly more for 2023, God willing. And it's not just me. God definitely, I'm a believer of God. God definitely blesses me, and so I am grateful for that. So I'm gonna stop preaching, but I do hope the rest of this year goes well for you, and I hope that you get a great start to the year to come. Okay, guys? So until the next time, which is tomorrow, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.